everyone. So our first step for this is to prime. I'm using my trusty Neutrogena Shave Balm and really rubbing that in all over. I'm going to spray MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus in a good dosage. I want to set the ground for the powder. And I know, right? This is something completely different. I am using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Medium D, and I normally set the makeup with that, but I am going to start my makeup with the powder. So just trying something new, seeing how it's going to work out. So I am kind of swiping that all over and then kind of going back and try to press in a little bit and kind of swipe all over and make sure I get it really into the skin here. All right, and then I am going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Foundation. And I believe this is Soft Sable. And it's like my second time using this ever. Okay, and then I do not want to swipe this around my skin. I don't want to move the powder. So I'm kind of like lifting a little bit and pressing, lifting, pressing, lift and press. Then I'm going back with a brush that I use a foundation flat angled kabuki and kind of pressing more. Then I'm going with the powder brush and I'm pressing back as well again. So you really want to press it into your skin. I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in C42 and I am basically doing my normal contouring with that. Just making sure I do under the cheeks, get down the nose, make myself a bridge, and then underneath kind of carving out the cheek here. All right, I'm using a beauty blender, a very dirty beauty blender, but beauty blender all the same. I didn't even bother wetting that. It is dry, but whatever, just soaking up all the extra product, which is what I need. Then I'm using this same beauty blender with the Ben Nye banana powder. Yep, I am switching back and forth between all the setting powders for whatever reason, but using that today. All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and start on eyes and allow that setting powder to kind of bake, as you would say. All right, so using the NARS Pro Longwear eyeshadow primer, and then just rubbing that into the eye. Then we're using the Coco Zoeva Blend palette here. All right, so I'm starting with the Substitute for Love, and that's one of my favorite transition colors there. And going the windshield wiper back and forth motion. Going back into the palette and using the Freshly Toasted, which is a nice kind of burnt orangey brown color. I don't know if I'm not really good at describing colors, but anyway, that's a very beautiful color. I love that. And it's especially good for lighter skin tones in the fall. It's just gorgeous. Or not really. I mean, it's all year round. But anyway, I love that color. All right, I'm going back into the palette with Beans Are White, which is a kind of like a cocoa bean brown black color. All right, and I really want to kind of put that in the crease, and it's going to help build up a little bit. So we're kind of putting in the crease, a little bit above the crease, but just pretty much going in primarily the crease area, depending on your eye shape. All right, and then I am going back here with the Freshly Toasted. Blend. That is the trick, is to blend. If it doesn't look right, you need to keep blending. Blend until it makes sense. All right, going back into the palette again, using the Delicate Acidity. I think it's like my second time using that color. It's a pretty nice color, but it's really, for the darker, smokier eyes. All right, and then using the Warm Notes, that is a beautiful shimmer color. There are some very pigmented, really beautiful shimmer colors in here. And a lot of the shimmers, depending on the brand, will lose, I guess, the pigmentation. But these are not that way. It's just a little bit. I mean, they are basically like foiled shadows. They are that amazing. All right, going underneath the lash line, I use the Freshly Toasted, and then now on the lash line itself, I'm using Beans Are Right, and then going back with the Freshly Toasted and kind of blending that out a little bit, just giving it a all-around smoky eye, smoky lash line. And if you do not have a lot of lashes, you definitely want to make sure that you're using darker colors around the lash line. You don't necessarily need to line your eyes with it, but you're going to use those darker colors to just give you a fuller lash effect. All right, and I use a gel liner just to start off the liner, and then I'm going back with the Tarte eyeliner. I am absolutely loving that eyeliner. It is so easy to use, and it just is amazing. All right, I'm using my Makeup Forever Flash 12 color flash palette, using the Blanco with the white color here, and I love that for lining the eyes. It is so creamy and so easy to use. And I don't know what in the world I'm singing here, but I'm just sweeping away the excess product and kind of pressing the rest into the skin. So sweeping away from the other areas and then pressing it in. I'm going into the palette with the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer, and then the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette. I'm using Espresso, and I don't know what the other color is, but I will pop that up on the screen so you can see. So just in case you don't want to buy the whole palette, then you would be able to at least get these two colors if you're interested in them. I bought the whole palette, which I wish I would have only bought the two colors because that's all I really need for me, unless I'm using the others for, you know, some clients. But that is the Balm Betty Luminizer here. Oh my goodness, I love using that with this setting brush. I think it is so beautiful. All right, so we got to get the nose, the button nose, and then creating a little bridge because, again, I have a flat nose there, and there's no cartilage, so I'm just trying to, like, lift that up a little bit. I guess that there is cartilage. It's just not much. All right, I'm going back with another brush and sweeping any extra off, kind of blending that in. I put a little too much. Was a little too heavy-handed with the highlighters, but that's just me. So I'm just kind of, like, looking at it now, figuring out what I need to fix. All right, so the Cupid's bow on the lip, I definitely want to highlight that. I'm just grabbing my Zoeva pencil brush there, getting the inner corners. So I'm kind of like going to pull that over. I want to do the brow bone. We'll add that same highlighter into the brow bone and the inner corners of my eyes, and just to kind of bring that color throughout. However, you know, you can stop at any time if you're trying to recreate the look, anytime you feel comfortable. You know, do what you like to do. You know, if you don't like all this, that's fine. All right, so I'm using the ColourPop Ellery lip pencil, kind of lining my lips here. Matter of fact, no, that's not Ellery. I forgot what that is. But don't worry, I will put it on the screen. All right, and then I'm going in with the ColourPop Guess. I do remember that one. And it is a nice, deep purple. I mean, it's almost black. A lot of people at work were like, oh, that looks so pretty. Is that black? And no, definitely not black, but it is very, very dark. And I think I applied that crooked, but whatever, you get the idea of what the look is supposed to be like. Okay, and then I am using the NYX Dewy finishing spray because as you can tell, it is a very matte finish once you get done, and I need to basically bring back some moisture and dewiness to my face. All right, and just smoothing out my edges, removing that makeup from my edges as much as I possibly can. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the finished look, and stay tuned, and you'll see day 2. Hi, welcome back, friends. So this is day 2. The other day I wore the makeup for a couple of hours. Yesterday wasn't a great time for that. I didn't wear any makeup at all yesterday. I was pretty much in the house all day, just doing a million different things, working out in the yard, and just that was my day. Even though it was like raining pretty much, but I had stuff I just couldn't put off anymore. So today I applied my makeup a little after 9 a.m. this morning, and it is almost 8:30 p.m. and what do you know? This stuff works. I absolutely love it. So I would definitely love to try it, you know, when the weather gets a little bit warmer, with working out. I think this is a very good way to kind of deal with working out. And guys, look, I did not blot my face at all. Like, I haven't done absolutely nothing other than applying lip liner and my lipstick back over again. And I'm so happy with the results. I've gotten so many compliments. I was a little concerned at first because when I finished the process, so I'm just going to do a quick recap. So first, to start off, of course, you got to prime. So I apply the face primer. Then I sprayed Fix Plus. Then I use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I am in medium deep. So I applied that with a flat kabuki brush, pressing it in to the skin. Then I applied Kat Von D, and I am 66 deep in the Kat Von D foundation, and that was a flat brush that I was using for that as well. Also pressing it in because I did not want to sweep the powder away as I'm trying to apply it, so that is also in a pressing in motion. And then I went back with the powder brush and pressed that in as well. I've applied my concealer, and then I set the concealer with the Ben Nye banana powder. And then I use that flat brush that I use my powder with, kind of swept the excess away, and then press into the skin again. So, you know, of course, you know, mascara and all that other stuff. Pretty much when I got done with that part, you know, to apply my bronzer, my blush, whatever, I looked a matte mess. It's very, 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 very matte. Now, the Kat Von D is on the, it is basically matte. It's a good matte foundation. It doesn't say matte, but I mean, to me, it's like a matte finish. So, I mean, that could have something to do with it. However, I use the NYX Dewy Finish Spray, and let me tell you, like, when I got up from this chair and leaving my vanity, I was very happy with the results. I absolutely love this. I was really concerned because I used just the Neutrogena. I didn't have time to be playing with the you know, different primers, so I just use the Neutrogena Shave Balm. Normally I try to go into my T-Zone and use the Becca Evermatte, but I didn't need it with this results. I mean, there's a little bit of shine like right in here, the crease, whatever, but it's more like a natural shine. It's not like a oily hot mess, you know, how I generally kind of like block my nose a little bit. It's nothing that doesn't look more on the natural side. It's not too crazy, at least for me, my preference. But I love this. So I would definitely urge you to give this a try. I definitely want to try this out when the weather gets warmer, but I'm going to keep continuing to do it this way. It doesn't take an additional amount of time simply because you're setting, you know, you're using the powder anyway, so you're just doing it in reverse, in a different order. But other than that, I mean, kudos, amazing. So thank you again. And I forgot her name, so I will kind of like pop that up right around here because I forgot her name. But I would definitely, I think Rose Kimberly, check her out. Love the way she did that. I would definitely urge you to try it out, especially if you have oily skin, and for anyone who wants their makeup to last. So, I mean, it really did last. The only thing else that I would say would make this like impenetrable would be the Ben Nye Final Seal Spray. But I mean, other than that, I mean, as far as, you know, cast off is really not a whole lot. It just, oh, I just love the look, you know. But then again, Kat Von D is a really good foundation anyway, so I'm not sure whether it just had to be, you know, because of the Kat Von D. Some foundations will separate throughout the day. They're not like an all day thing. Kat Von D is like my favorite. It was Becca, but then it moved up to Kat Von D, probably because it's inexpensive. It's about the same thing. But I would definitely urge you to try it. So this week's Try It Tuesday is a success. It is amazing. 5 stars. 5 stars. So I would definitely urge you to give it a try. I think you're going to love it. And, you know, definitely try it and let me know what you think. Throw it in the comment box below. If you've already been on the bandwagon and you already do that and it works great for you, great. Please throw that comment below. I would love to know about it. And if it doesn't, if you tried it and it didn't really work, you know, I would love to know that too. So we can kind of, and if you do anything different to make your makeup last, please comment below. I would love to kind of like talk to you about that, kind of share whatever ideas, tips, tricks, and things like that. And, you know, I'm all about trying it. This Try It Tuesday. We try things. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. Now I got to record my favorites. So, TTYL. See you next time.